Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm Ragnvald, the Power Work Builder. And today we're going to do the next 6 packs of the Nissan Skyline. And I've got it all sorted out so that, all the wires and stuff that I need for the episode or issues are right there. And so we will be continuing on. With our build. So we got issues 63 to 68. And as you can see, we got the interior panel for both sides of the car. So there's that panel, and then we got this one here. And we're going to be putting a lot of wires in. And then we've got the front and rear windshield or windows. So that's the front one. And then there's the rear one. It's got all the little defroster lines on it, which are kind of cool. And then our last part we have for this pack is our headliner. Now it's kind of a nice plastic white. I think you could almost go to like a fabric store and buy maybe some like white fabric or something, and then just make a carpeted look out of this, so it wasn't just like a dull plastic look. Give it more of a headliner look. And no, I'm not feeling very good. I got some nagging cough that just doesn't want to go away. So we're going to need the shell of our car. But I'm just trying to carefully get down here. So we will be doing a lot of work with this today. So the first 3 issues of the Skyline are putting the windows in. So we're starting with the rear window. And we're also going to do some wire tidy with the the wires that we have on our package shelf. We need to tidy those wires up. So first thing we need to do is take our little stickies and put them on our frame so that way we can stick our windshield in. So you want to put 1 on each side and 2 across the top. So 1 like that. There you go. There it is. And now I gotta just get the backing paper off it. Which might actually be easier said than done. Alright, there's one. There's number 2. There's 3. And finally, number 4. And then we'll take our back window, and it's got these little tabs on it. You want to put the tabs in first. So that it just kind of falls in just like that. So there's our rear window. Now we'll just turn it upside down. Oh yeah, those clips. Okay. I've seen another YouTuber do this stage already, so I kind of have a little idea what to do. But we got these tiny little, I call them like railroad spikes. But that's what'll hold the window in. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get these tiny little things in there. Without it pinging off into nowhere. I've got one spare, but I don't really want to lose it. The back end of a tweezer is really good to get that pin in there. So I got that one in. Now I just gotta try to get this one in. There we go. So as you can see, that little pin right where my finger is, that's where you're putting the little railroad spike. So that way it'll hold the back window in. Okay. So now we're gonna do a little wire tidy with our little mess of wires we got here. And we want to get all the wires run in one direction. So, grab my tape that they so provided me. We're going to be using a lot of this today to do wire tidy on the car. Okay, and then get one more piece. There you go. So then that's what it'll look like when you get the wire tidy done. It all hangs off the driver's side of the car. Alright, so then that's the end of 63. We just tidying up the wires and putting that window in. So now we'll move on to 64. Which is our front window. Just showing, putting that in, and putting it in with looks like 2 cm screws in the front. So 2 cm screws in the front, and then 2 AM screws on the inside. So you basically just take those, AM posts, put them up inside, and then the front ones just kind of snap into where they need to be. And then we can use our 2 of our CM screws on that. And you just make it good and tight. And then our 2 AM screws. All right. And that's all we do for issue 64. Now I can set this body aside because we won't need that for right now. Because we're going to move on to 65, where we're going to start installing some of the wire neon on the car. And then we'll be able to put that one in. That's the passenger side pillar that we're putting in. We won't put the driver's side one in because I'm almost thinking that the maybe the chipboard or something for it might go, behind that panel. But I don't know. I just know that we don't put the we don't put that other panel into the car yet. So here's that side of the car that we're working on. And I've already pre-sorted it, but here's wire number 1. And wire number 5. And number 3. Now they said to put these ones in on the passenger side of the car, the long ones, But now the short ones in the next issue will go on the driver's side. So that's what makes me think that maybe the circuit board for all these will be on the driver's side of the car. Because you've already got the wires for the back routed out the driver's side. So anyhow, so we will get a little grab handles for our front and rear of the car. Now let's see. Yeah, one is curved and one is not. This is the point where it'd be nice if they had like a small little label. On the box tray here that they're in, to say which was which, or maybe just put a F and an R on the little pieces. Okay, I'm thinking this is the rear one because the pegs are larger. Yeah, this is the rear one because the pegs are larger. And I'm just trying to figure out the orientation of which way this goes in here. There you go. There we are. They do have a way of going in. So if you try putting it in one way, just flip it around and try the other way. There we go. So those are in. Now the front joy of trying to put the wires in. So first off, you want to start with number 1. And it looks like the black part is toward the back window, and the red is toward the front window. Okay. There we go. And you do want to try to get it equal distance between both. Just kind of like you did with the, the packing shelf. You made them equal distance and then you wrapped them under. So that goes that way. This goes this way, but then doubles back. Yeah, so you want to wrap your black one going forward, but then you want to double it back to go, back out the back side. Okay, so it'll look somewhat like that. And then looks like they got these kind of routed. Eventually they'll route out to the top, it looks like. Okay. So then we want to take our 3-wire and we want to put our 3-wire in. With the black right there. That's where you want the black part of the 3-wire. And I just folded the little letter up so I can get it to go through without hopefully damaging the number on it. You definitely don't want to lose your little number stickers. And then the red goes just under the rear hand grip. Okay, so just like that. Now we'll just kind of drop this through. Okay. So, alright, so it looks like this kind of goes this way. This kind of goes this way. That kind of goes back up that way. I'm trying to follow the directions as best as I can. So, yeah, so they want the red to come down. Um, yeah, okay. So that one will look like that when it's done. Now they're saying to group it all together so it kind of runs out the top of the panel. Because eventually I think these wires will go along the roof. Oh, but before I do that, I need to put this other lead in. The rear panel one. Number 5 wire. And the black part of that goes under the little armrest thing near the floor. I didn't quite get that one folded up as nice as I did all the others. Okay, so get that one in. That wire goes this way. This wire goes that way to start with. Okay. Now we need to figure out how to route all the spaghetti up to the top of the car. And we'll get some more of our tape out. So it'll look something like that. Hopefully. Hopefully that's right. Okay, then we're gonna grab the body of the car. With it faced around the other way, like this. So we can put this in here. Trying to be careful not to pinch our wires. Okay. So then you'll have one screw point here, two on the roof, and I think one over on the A-pillar there. CM. Okay, so you need 3 CM screws to start with. All right. So now we got to take all our spaghetti and run it along the roof of the car. So I'm just trying to organize this at the minute. All right, so okay. So there's our one lead, which I'm not exactly sure how one side got shorter than the other, but hopefully that won't be a problem. Because I'll find out once we get that far. Okay. And I will get to that screw that goes up there in a minute. Fasten the wires to the left side window. The C-pillar. 1, 3, 5. with the two pieces. Take care not to cover the highlighted pits on the body. Okay. Might have been easier to tape this up if you maybe just added a little tape to each wire before you try to put it in this car. Because they kind of want to keep going wherever they want to go. Okay. That looks good. So then there's all the wires running to one side, nice and managed. So I'll just kind of put that to one side because we're done with that issue. And oh, I do need to put that one screw in. Okay. So now we're up to 66. And like I said, we got the short cables. So we have number 4, number 9, or I mean number 6, yeah, that's 6. Yeah, that's 6. 10 and 2. So basically just kind of doing the same thing what we just did. Only though this time we're adding 2 gauges to the post, and then we're routing all the wires out the bottom of the side panel. So you know, by routing these out the side panel where all the wires are going right now, leads me to believe that circuit board is going to be, you know, that circuit board is going to sit, you know, somewhere in this area, because that's where all the wires are going. I'm not exactly sure where they're going to have it. I mean, we will find out. But so anyhow, so we'll get on with that. So we got our two little, you know, gauge things. And I gotta figure out which one is which. Alright, so we want the straight needle in the rear and the crooked needle in the front. So you can see how that's kind of slanted. And then that one's straight. The straight one goes in the top post. And there is a peg on it to allow it to go in there. And it seems like a very tight fit. Yeah, they are a very tight fit. So you do want to be careful when you're trying to put these in. That you don't accidentally snap your pillar off. All right. So I'm doing it a little bit out of order of the directions, only because this wire has to run all the way back here. So I figured I'd do this wire first. And then that way I could, you know, route that wire where it needs to go. Okay, so looks like the shorter light goes on the top, and then the longer one goes to the bottom. And then you just want to carefully bend those wires over. And then we'll tape our wire in place. Try not to get the tape over the edge too much. They do say to put a small piece of tape over the wires right where they go into the lights. There we go. There we are. So that wire is done. And then that wire will just kind of, get trained out the bottom. All right, so then we need number 4, which is our top pillar light. All right, so that goes in there like that. Okay. Then just fold that over. That way it holds it in place. You gotta bend the red wire so that it goes back down toward the bottom. There. Put that piece there just to hold the wire. Okay, then we need number 2. putting yeah, the black, yep, just like that. Another piece to hold that in. So it doesn't fall out. Okay. So that's what we're looking like right now. Got your window light. Now we'll put our last one in. Okay. Now see, this panel doesn't have, you know, those screw point. Well, it does have the screw points at the top, but yeah, they just don't want you to put it in the car right away. So just kind of bend that wire a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's what that looks like. So now we got to train the wires to all come out the back of this piece. So it'll look something like that. Now, just out of curiosity, I mean, I know they don't tell you to put this in, but I just want to see what it looks like. If it's in here. So, yeah, it'll kind of look like something like that, where, you know, all the wires are just coming out of this little cavity hole here. Interesting. All right, well, we'll move on to the next stage. Oh, I didn't put the hand grips in. Oh. Well, no, they're saying not even put the hand grip into it. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, it's got one hand grip that goes on right here, but they're saying not to even put it in. Huh. Must have something to do with, you know, the roof or something. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So we'll move on to 67. We got the rear view mirror and the little covers that go over the headliner. And we do got some neons that we have to put into the floor. I'm not going to do that part on camera just because I put carpet on mine and I got to figure out how to cut the holes in the carpet to get the LEDs in there. But if you look at the magazine here, you got to put one neon right next to the NOS tank and then one next to the seat. And I don't have the holes for that because I put my own carpet mod in. So I'm going to have to I'll work on that off camera. But yeah, that's all you do is just, you know, put a couple neon lights on either side of the floor there. So let's do the rear view mirror. We can put that together. Now I know Mike Lane, has done carpet mods, and he's got he puts all the holes in there for, all the stuff. But this was a modification I did myself. I did buy a YouTube floor kit. I wasn't too impressed with it. Yeah, I mean, it was nice, but in the end, it really wasn't me. So I used some of my own, carpet. Mixed with the carpet that I got off of eBay. And I kind of created my own unique floor look. All right. So, trying to take the black part of the mirror holder and sandwich it between the two white pieces. Okay. I gotta find a smaller screwdriver. Huh. That screw is just being weird. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this 3M tape back off here without tearing everything up. It seems like the whole thing wants to come off and not just the piece I want. All right, there we go. Yeah, it actually looks like a mirror too. Okay. So that's basically the end of 67. Like I said, I'll do the floor neons later, because it's probably going to take me a while to get through that part. And I don't want to make the video too long, but I do need to get through 68 here. So, like I said, here's our roof liner. We're putting the mirror in, and then we're putting the lights in, and putting some tape on it, and that's it. So, we'll use one of our RP screws. And I'm guessing the reason why they don't want us to put these pieces in is because there's 2 screw holes there. So once we installed this in the car and put those screws in, then they'll probably, tell us to put those pieces in. So what I'm going to do, because I got to keep this little handle safe, I'm going to put that in here. And then I'll just set that tray off to the side. So now we'll just put our lights in here. like something like that. I guess they want the bulb part more clipped in. Okay. And then want the wire to run out this side. And that's all we do. So that was the latest pack from the Nissan. I hope you all enjoyed that video. Have a nice day.